We're down here in the nursery, and Deirdre, tell me a little bit about the types of trees you grow and how you have to grow them here.
Yeah. So to start out, we had to learn to make our own trees if we wanted them, because they just weren't sold commercially. Now with the popularity of cider, some of that's changing, so we can get some of them produced for us. But this is one. We're sitting among ones that we made 2 years ago. So grafting is a process of combining a root stock, the root portion or the lower portion of the tree here, with the variety that you want up here. Because if you eat an apple, let's say you love that apple, and you go out and plant all the seeds from that apple, you will get as many different trees as seeds that you planted.
Yeah.
Apples are hugely diverse genetically, far more diverse than people. So to get the kind of variety you want, you have to take some of what's called budwood or young growth. So it would be kind of a 1 year age growth, and you're going to try to get just one of those little buds to become a tree. Yeah.
Interesting.
And that's a process we can do this time of the year, and there's different forms of grafting. So that's when we do this time of the year in August into early September. So this one is called St. Martin. It's a new variety for us, so we'll be finding a special spot for it in the orchard. It's a French variety. It has a tannin, and so we'll see how it produces and see if it's something we want to propagate and do 1,000 or 2,000 of.
Awesome.
So we're constantly innovating, and one over there is called Stoke Red. So it blooms very late. One of our major concerns, of course, is climate change and just the kind of wackiness of the weather we seem to get. So I like to have varieties that are blooming over time. So some that are early and definitely ones that are late, because they might survive that late freeze we get in May.
Once the apple trees grow up and produce fruit, Deirdre presses them and takes them to town to start the fermentation process.
So once it comes here and starts fermenting, how long does it take before it can be bottled and ready for use?
Yeah, so we give the cider the time it needs. And that can vary with the kind of every batch of apple juice. But it's generally, it's fermenting for a good month. So if we're going to do some oaking of the cider, that takes time too. And we also have one cider called Equinox, where we're adding a subtle hops. And so that's another process that adds on, or it comes on after fermentation.
And how do you check it? Like, how do you know if everything kind of takes its own time? Is it something that you can see? Do you have to taste it to give it a try, or how do you test that?
Yeah, so this ladder right behind you is a useful tool, because you can open up the top of the tank and look down inside of it. We can also draw a little sample to check the pH, make sure nothing's turning to vinegar. If all of a sudden your thing's getting very acid, that can happen. So winemaking is also an art. So there's things you just really have to stay on top of. There's the science and there's the art to it.